People can offer suggestions, and you just like pick the one that sounds the most proper, right?
Yeah, that's true.
People are saying Katzor for what was originally K-Core, what we said, right?
Katzor? Okay, I'm down with it. That sounds
good. And it sounds convincing enough, right? So that I'm just like, all right, let's go with it, Katzor.
Yeah. And then people are going to be like, it's K-Core, you're a dummy. And then I'm going to be like, okay. Katzor. All right, +1 for Katzor. I'm sticking with it.
I don't care. Yeah, Katzor. I'd prefer to pronounce it correctly, so we'll go with that one. Maybe after this game, if I remember, we'll just ask him how to pronounce it.
I like that play. Well, a very different draft so far. A lot of different.
It basically has to run away from it, or else he loses his Feral Impulse, which is a pretty significant amount of his damage.
Yeah, it's true enough. And I think it also sometimes against certain laning matchups, it makes it a lot better too. I remember against the DK, I saw a Viper play and just taking away that Dragon's Blood. Didn't have the regen, didn't have the armor, he couldn't stand up to him, and what was already a frustrating matchup for the DK became pretty much impossible. Witch Doctor taken and HellRaisers, they're going back for the Razor yet again. How good do you feel this hero is nowadays?
Razor, in my opinion, is just situational. I definitely think it's really strong, but it's never going to be a hero where you're just like, all right, this is always going to be, you know, a good carry to have. It's just a hero you want to pick when you're up against heroes like Lifestealer, against a hero like Viper, you know, these immobile heroes. You just put on the static link and just follow them, and you get a ton of free damage in these team fights. You just gotta make sure that you can survive.
Okay. Yeah, and it felt like there was a little bit of return every now and then to an Ags build for him, which isn't something that I'd seen all that often, but now with having Refresher Shard off of the third Roshan, there's, I think, more viability to that in a pushing strat. Granted, for a Razor, you probably don't want to have to wait until you get to that third Rosh. You'd like to end the game around the second time, but sort of as a fail-safe, it's that last possibility. I don't know.
I think like Scepter is not that great on him, and you want to build him as a survival or a really tanky right-clicking type of build. Just kind of leave the building damage to the Lycan more than anything.
Oh my god, they last picked AM. Oh
Disgusting.
No. That was instant too. They knew what they wanted.
Well, they do have an answer for him at least. You know, it's always nice to be able to play Rubik against an anti-mage. They have a Lich to mess with him in lane as well, so you can slow down the anti-mage's farm, and you have the Earthshaker to keep him locked down if you want to go for a pick-off. But I think the bigger issue is these cores on HellRaisers. They're not really that good for following up on some of these, on like an Earthshaker Blink Echo, for example. Like Lycan and Razor aren't going to be there immediately to start dishing out the damage, and you can only keep him pinned down for so long, and not to mention there's an Omni Knight on the other side, so this anti-mage is going to be pretty difficult to take down.
Yeah, and in a certain way it feels like you almost just have to completely ignore him and then like try and take down the other heroes, but if you ignore an AM, he's going to just take over the game regardless. You know, I talked about Razor feeling like he was a very strong hero that causes a lot of issues, but honestly, anti-mage is probably the biggest one on this most recent patch. Just we've seen him all over the place, always seems to be able to get that Battle Fury at a good timing, and I don't know. It's scary.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. You have to remember, anti-mage isn't your only problem. There's also a Viper on the other side of things, so a lot of work is going to be needed from the cores mostly. This game, it's like every core, not just like the Lifestealer last game.
I love showcase mode, but the one thing that's always weird about it is how big the trees are relative to the heroes. You know what I mean?
I have no idea what you mean.
Go into showcase mode real quick, like of Clockwork.
Alright, going into showcase mode.
You see how big the trees are relative to him?
Well, yeah, but
it's enormous. Bottom lane. Patos, Milan, battling it out. Omni Knight, not gonna be able to do anything. And Razor, oh, they lift back Omni actually. They're stealing a lot of damage from him. He's gonna be brought down somewhat low to this. Anyways, just a little thing that I noticed sometimes. It always feels like the trees don't look that big when you're looking at the top-down perspective, but from ground up, they're huge.
I never noticed because I don't use showcase mode.
You gotta do it to make the camera look all good, man. It's amazing.
It hurts my head.
Bambo. Easy bounty rune. HellRaisers get 3 of them.
Yeah, really, really good recognition from Bambo there. You know, especially it's just because he has the ward, and since he has the ward, he can clearly see that the clockwork is completely out of position to protect the bounty rune. So, just walks up, gets the stun, free bounty rune.
He's also able to block off this wave too. Had enough time where it came off of cooldown, and we'll be able to block the wave afterwards. Everything coming up Bambo at this early stage, but mid lane. HellRaisers also trying to put the hurt to Nisha a little bit. They're sticking the Lich in the lane against him. I think this is a better decision than against the Patos down here, as he's already getting body blocked and taking a lot of damage.
I think this is fine. You either shut down the anti-mage or you shut down the Viper. And since the lane matchup is Lycan versus Viper, you're kind of left with no choice but to help out your Lycan.
Right. Patos again down here. He's only level 1. Earthshaker also level 1, but halfway to 2, and he's able to soak up a good amount of experience here as Exotic Deer looks to, well, get a couple of these creeps not quite denied as Bambo, again, just going to take a couple right clicks on his way out, hit by the Maledict, and, well, he's still fine. They do have a cask now, though. And does it bounce back to him? No, it doesn't quite. So Bambo's going to be able to get away again.
Yeah, just trying to get a bit of EXP wherever possible. This is not going to be an easy lane for him, and they clearly recognize that they don't really need to commit that much to shut him down.
Patos in trouble here? Guy's just going to steal some damage and run away. They howl up as well because Nisha in the mid lane goes down. So the Viper falling to 3-3 on the Lycan.
Oh, J4 not able to get the regen rune. Would have been extremely nice for him if he was able to finish or pick up that regen rune.
Yeah.
It's a good thing they're able to kind of put a lot of pressure on this Viper right now, because I don't think Bambo's Earthshaker is going to be doing much for quite some time versus Patos. I think Patos is going to get a lot more out of this off lane, because it's just so difficult to shut down an Omni Knight.
Yeah. The wraparound is coming. Bambo, though, with that ward, will be fully aware of the rotation and make sure he doesn't get caught out. Alicia also is going to leave this one, although they didn't spot the Witch Doctor moving, so this might catch the Lycan off guard. If he's not careful. They still don't have vision. They're moving in now. J4, they realize they started to move forward aggressively. GT realizes the only option is to take down Nisha himself, but trying to run away now, it's not going to happen. 3-3 going to fall. And they give the kill over to the Viper. 3-3. It's going to take a couple more hits of this. I think he should be okay. He didn't tango up in time, but still going to live in time.
Really unfortunate for HellRaisers, but great timing from Kinguin. Securing that kill on Lycan. Helping this Viper catch up a bit. And this anti-mage just doesn't really need help. It's not like a Earthshaker is going to be able to do much to him.
3-3. Taking some more damage there. It's got the Maledict on him as well. I think he's still living through all this, but he's hurting. It's not a great time for the Lycan. Bounty rune stolen by Katzor. He's got boots. Maybe they could do something against Earthshaker here. Going for the wraparound Bambo. He's out of mana. He's in trouble. And with
get the cogs,
boots, they'll be able to find it. So
they'll be fine, but
yeah.
No cooldown on battery assault. Otherwise, I think they might have gotten him. It's still really close.
Maybe if,
Wave was there to protect them.
Yeah, maybe if the tower didn't get a couple of those pot shots off on the cogs.
Oh, J4 in the mid lane looks very, very dead.
Yeah, and good recognition by the Witch Doctor as well, just to TP home. Knew he didn't need to do anything else there. He lives. They take down the Lich. CS-wise, the big winner, of course, is the Anti-Mage. The Razor, rather, on the bottom lane is also doing quite well, 27 and 17. And everywhere else, it's about even. So, considering you're coming out of this laning stage kind of on parity, is there one side that you feel is more happy with this than the other?
Oh, definitely. Kinguin are really happy to be even or ahead in the laning phase because they have an anti-mage to fall back on.
Right.
And if this anti-mage is not pressured at all, like he is right now, he's going to get off to, you know, early Battle Fury, and then, you know, we've all seen the anti-mage game before.
Yeah, we saw one just yesterday, in fact. Was it HellRaisers that picked it against Mouse? Is that right?
Bottom lane, Patos gets caught out. Are they going to be able to do anything with this? I think he might be dead here this time.
Yeah, Fade Bolt was there. He didn't have any points in Repel, otherwise he probably could have lived. Still would have been close, but not a bad play. Also, the rune's going to spawn, so that should be Kinguin being able to secure a bounty rune, maybe? Nah, he doesn't want to go for it. Leisha's just rune controlling for up top. DD picked up for him. Maybe he can go punch somebody a few times.
Oh, they block off the clockwork.
Yeah,
I don't
Katsor.
think you're going to get anything out of this.
Yeah, he's just going to TP away. Good decision. Bambo not able to get into range for the totem, but they do farm up a couple of those cogs.
All right, Ring of Health completed for Bambo. Or not Bambo, for Exotic Deer.
The beginning. Bambo, though, is in trouble, and he just drops. They find another kill, and now looking for J4. He's also in trouble. The DD, all they need is one more hit, and that's a double for Exotic Deer. Just finishing off the Ring of Health, like you said, and getting everything that he wants and more. God, this is really starting to come off the rails a little bit for HellRaisers.
Yep. This is the last person you want to give kills towards. So they're putting this Lich up here constantly. I think they're starting to realize, you know, we have to do whatever we can, as small as it is, to slow down this anti-mage, even if it means, you know, a Lich just denying your lane.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is going to be enough.
It certainly doesn't feel like it. And even if they do start to do that, by the way, Nisha up here is farming up the jungle with a little bit of Nether Toxin. There might also... Do they have any stacks that are being built? Doesn't look like it yet. I mean, they don't really even need it on the AM, honestly. You can still just
it's always nice to have.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you're, you know, it's a why not type of thing.
Right. Well, 8 minutes in. Net worth, we can take a look at that now. And lo and behold, it's still the AM on top. The big loser so far has been an Omni Knight down bottom who... Oh, Patos has been having a little bit rough. He's actually below the clockwork right now, trying to get towards those phase boots.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy lane for him, you know. Playing a melee off lane solo against a Razor, always difficult. But now that he's gotten levels, it's actually like pretty easy to catch up as Omni Knight because of how good of a farming tool Purification is. Top lane
like
though.
The clockwork is gonna go down. That came at the cost of, well, dewarding this ward that was up on the high ground. So they were able to get that, and they gave the deward. And
Witch Doctor
actually dead. Okay.
I mean, if you walk into a Razor that stole 91 damage, yeah, you're probably dead.
Kaiser have a decent sized mana pool, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get mana broken enough to really be that much of an issue. So they rotate in the Razor, probably a good decision. Now Exotic Deer is going to need to go elsewhere. He's actually just going to go straight down bottom.
This new Unstable Current is actually extremely strong.
Yeah, man.
You just walk next to someone and they take a free nuke.
And it's, what, 130 damage at level 2? Ain't no joke.
Yeah.
You can also farm up jungle a little bit easier with it. That was one of the things that I feel like Razor was always missing, was a way to farm very quickly. It's not like incredibly fast, but it's nice.
Yeah, I agree. He's top net worth right now. I think he's sending out a drum of endurance. Gonna link him up here.
They're thinking about it. Now the Clockwork is just sitting here in the cogs, trying to keep him back. He is in trouble, but battery assault, maybe an opportunity to find a turnaround here. They throw out the ulti kick for Katsor. He's gonna end up going down. He couldn't get close enough to him, but they still end up taking down the Razor.
And unfortunately for Patos, he actually misclicked and healed the wrong target. There's no reason why Clockwork should have died there had he purified the correct target.
No.
So a bit of luck going towards HellRaisers. I think Razor should have been dead there without actually getting anything out of it.
Yeah, it's starting to feel more and more like it's just going to be the anti-mage show. He's got the full perseverance completed and halfway to the Demon's Edge at 10 minutes roughly. Like this is really scary. And right now he's just going to TP back up top again. Going to try and go one-on-one versus Milan. They brought in the Razor down bottom, but I don't know. You can't stop this AM.
You can't smoke gank him. They have the damage actually right now. Milan has a level 3. Yeah, here we go.
The lift.
So this is a combo.
He's already used purification. Can he get it in time? They manage it. Oh wow.
So since he has purification, I was going to say this is probably their best chance at killing him right now with the Echo Slam.
Yeah, I think he just played that a little bit too greedily because Milan actually purified him one time before then as the Lycan ends up falling down bottom. But they purified him one time before that and then he still stuck around regardless.
Oh, he's blocking with the Wolves. This is some great play from 33.
But we'll get pushed back by the Cogs. Wolves trying to do whatever damage they can, but it's not enough. Clockwork lives. But any kill like that on the AM is so big. He had just used his TP also, so he's going to have to walk back out to lane and blink.
Yes.
Yeah, I think especially since it's nighttime now, he's probably not going to take the risk anymore. Just going to finish his Battle Fury in the jungle most likely.
Yeah.
Unless they see HellRaisers grouping up for a tower push, just going to not take the risk.
Right. And in the meantime, Bambo has been trying to build towards that Force Staff as quickly as possible. Against the Clockwork, you kind of have to do this for the Earthshaker, otherwise you're just going to end up dying. Did they smoke underneath the ward? Yeah, they did. So Radiant should realize that this is happening. Alicia and Katsor are moving down bottom.
Yeah. So HellRaisers itemizing really nicely. I think this is definitely the right choice, like you said. Against a Clockwork, it's something that's mandatory. You can't play against this hero without Force Staffs. So Razor is going to be going for Force Staff first as well. Once they have about 2 or 3 of them, I think they're going to be a lot more comfortable taking engagements against Kinguin. Mid lane
Scan behind. They know that this is happening. They're trying to bait out the Razor, and unfortunately, it's not going to be good enough as he ends up falling nonetheless. Like, they scanned that area, and it ended up hitting red, so just a little bit... I don't know. Too exuberant.
Yeah, I think they didn't seem to be close enough. Fissure gonna catch him out.
The purification came a bit too late. They still repel as well, so they could think about chasing this right now, and they could throw the repel onto 33. No way for him to get out of it. They get the Guardian Angel though, and 33, no way to take this fight at this point.
Yeah, that's that's the end of it. I don't know if that's actually worth it for 33. He's not gonna have shapeshift now. He's just gonna have to go back to farming. All he gets out of it is a Guardian Angel, which, in my opinion, isn't too important to them at this stage of the game.
Right. Well, we've seen now the strength that you can have with the Rubik stealing a bunch of Omni Knight spells, so... What's the one that Patos wants the Rubik to steal? Like, what's the worst spell for him?
Probably, at this stage, probably Repel. It's just a level 2 Repel.
33, having already used that ulti, is in a little bit of trouble. They're chasing. Jane Frost is bouncing back and forth. This is going to kill off the Witchhawk, but now 33 in trouble. Exotic Deer needing to get out of here. Is he going to end up going down again? The anti-mage falls. The Echo Slam connects. They take down 3 of them. And Nisha, the lone to get out.
Great team fight from HellRaisers.
Why did they go in there?
I'm not too sure. I think they greatly underestimated some of the Radiant abilities. You know, they tried to kill off the Lich as 2 heroes, and we all know what happens when 2 heroes stand together. Very nice pick off on the Omni Knight here as well.
Another one just sort of getting greedy, caught farming in the jungle. HellRaisers punishing heavily, and 15 minutes in, it's a 2,000 net worth lead. What was looking like an easy game for Kinguin has now become a lot more difficult.
Yeah, their path to victory was the anti-mage, right? I think bringing him in for the team fight was very unnecessary. Like now, yeah, at least now he has his battle fury. He still finishes at a pretty decent time, but this could have been, you know, finished 2 minutes earlier, for example. And all of a sudden, you're in this position where you start 2 minutes later on your farm fest.
Oh my
Gives
god!
him a lot more room.
Look at this big catch. Oh, it was almost going to be brilliant, but Milan able to separate it. Now the Witch Doctor ultimate, just a full channel. They take down Katzor, and Bambo, he's going to end up dying before he can get back to the fountain. Good
That's
lift
a very
there.
big kill. It's a really big kill for this Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
Ended up picking up 500 gold from that one kill.
And the big thing is the exotic deer given more time to farm while the rest of the team is fighting and trading kills. Anything like that at this point is huge.
Yep. They're just waiting for this anti-mage now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
how do HellRaisers make this work? As Nisha finds a kill on a J4, they take down another one. Kaiser able to get a return kill on Anisha.
Radiant structures are
So
fortified.
trading the Lich for the Viper, that one's not worth it so much.
Yeah, that's definitely not worth it. This game got so much harder for Kinguin because of a couple of those engagements they gave up to HellRaisers. It helped them finish all their 4 staffs, and Bambo is now getting very close to his Blink Dagger as well. So between all the Blink Daggers and 4 staffs, they have the mobility they need to catch out this anti-mage as well as win these team fights. The game just got that much more difficult for them because of that small mistake. I won't even say small. It's a pretty big mistake in the early game.
Yeah. And Patos might go down here as well if he sticks around a little bit too long. Milan is just waiting. As a 4 staff, obviously a lift can follow it immediately with everything that Bambo has, and good decision by the Omni Knights just to back out there. They need to give up these towers. The thing I'm worried about is you start to get to the state where the AM isn't able to fight yet, but the rest of the Radiant team is going to start to knock on tier 3 towers. Do you think that for HellRaisers you need to try and push the tempo really quickly, or can they kind of wait it out a little while?
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
It depends on how long you're talking about waiting. Like, obviously, Anti-Mage in its current state still can't really fight. Yasha and Battle Fury isn't enough to just, you know, do whatever you want in these team fights. Smoke. They catch out Milan, but unfortunately the Cogs doesn't trap him in.
Yeah, and the fissure now from Bambo. They hit the hook shot onto him, though. The follow-up Cogs not going to be there in time, and well, the stun not quite in there either. So everything just a little ways away from being perfect, and in the meantime, HellRaisers, they're going into Roshan. It should be an easy take.
Yeah, I think they realize as well, but unfortunately aren't able to get there in time. I think they would have liked to have taken a fight there when Earthshaker just teleported back into base. Milan trying to steal Blink?
He doesn't have TP for another 40 seconds.
Radiant are scanning.
All right. They don't know this yet, though. Razor Plasma Field, a little bit off. It doesn't quite connect. They're still pinging. They expect that he's over here, but they don't quite find him. And Exotic Deer, no vision in this area. They have a ward that's up on the high ground here that they're going to place. Oh, an Exotic Deer, he might actually end up running into it if he decides to blink.
No, I think he realizes this is where they won't find him.
Okay. Just going to chill here.
One of those, let's not panic moments.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Especially since the creep wave is actually following them, they can tell where they're moving towards. So,
yeah. And Patos, while all that was happening, took a tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. So it's not like they were losing out on that much.
getting close to its Manta style, but once again, Manta style Battle Fury still not going to be enough. I think we're looking at, you know, once he finishes the third item, maybe even a fourth item, depending on how this game goes. But until then, he's not going to be able to fight. It's going to be entirely up to his team.
Look at Kaiser, though.
Tower
He's
is
going
under
for the Aghanim Scepter build. So if he gets that around the time he hits level 20 for the Eye of the Storm as bottom lane, they've caught themselves 3-3, and looks like he's brought down very low. Not low enough. They actually steal Death Ward. Now turn it back against them, but Guardian Angel and the TP out. They aren't able to make it. Patos looking like he is going to die here. He did finish his 4th staff at least first, but he'll be killed off.
I actually really like this decision to go for Scepter. I was kind of bashing it a little bit, but like you said, they're...
Oh, they switched it up. Now it's going AC.
Alright, going AC. Well, it kind of fulfills the same purpose, but theoretically, if they went for the Scepter, it's kind of like you said, they're on a timer to stop this anti-mage, and that's an item that is a little bit all-in my opinion, but it does good damage against structures, right? It helps you break that high ground.
Yeah. And I'm sort of
Dire's middle tower is
seeing
under
now this
attack.
opening where, again, HellRaisers, you've got the Blink, the 4th staff on Shaker. They've got really good vision all over here. Alicia actually gets the D ward on that Tinker ward spot.
Dire's structures
Yeah,
are
he knew about it because they tried to find him with that ward while the creep wave was on them. So, yeah, they watched it as it happened.
Got it. Top lane. They have found themselves the Shaker, though. Bambo trying to escape from it. They are going to be able to get out of there, it looks like, as 4th step up to the high ground. Clockwork going to escape.
under attack.
And also the Witch Doctor just taking a little walk.
Radiant's
He's
He's
top
gonna walk
tower
back into the
is
tower
under
range, I
attack.
think.
Oh, there's Bambo. Bambo? Bambo?
He's fine.
Okay. I don't know what that was. That was weird.
Dire's
Witch Doctor just had no way back in.
under
That's
attack.
all. Oh yeah, so here comes the damage onto the structure.
Wait, what? They have backdoor protection up, don't they?
Radiant's top
There were
tower
creeps in
is
the mid
under
lane.
attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the AM is splitting while this is happening, and actually TPing in the Shaker just out of vision. It's able to get out of there. Fissure, a little bit off the mark. It's a good guess, though.
Oh, he was just. I think he was just trying to farm the wave and make a half guess.
Well, it's another tower taken, or almost taken, rather, as all the lanes are going to be pushed out again, and the anti-mage trying to get into Butterfly for his next item, but still a long ways away from that. Kaiser going to find this kill on the Patos? 4 staff, repel TP.
This Witch Doctor build. Tranquil Windlace. He moves so fast.
Yeah. Looks like Clockwork is in trouble again. He does have a hook shot, but doesn't look like it's going to end up working. And they just keep on getting picked off while Exotic Deer keeps on farming. And now they're really getting into these scary items. Blink Dagger for Rubik, level 13.
Well, Anti-Mage trying his best to slow this down. I think they want to go for this top tier 3, but
Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh, he
under
could probably
attack.
blow up J4 here. Oh, no, he doesn't want to do it, though. Instead, he's just going to go farm some more.
yeah, it's a little too risky. He doesn't see where the Earthshaker is, and an Earthshaker can just immediately ruin your day as an anti-mage. Hook shot off the mark.
Yeah, they have the wolves there that were scouting it out the whole time. But up here, they're able to get the catch onto 3-3. Pops the Manta, jumps away. They have the
Exotic Deer?
Razor in the area. And they find the kill. He blinked into the Razor, unfortunately, and now they're in a lot more trouble. They pull back in the Witch Doctor. They get off the stun, but that's not going to keep them alive. They take down a double kill for 3-3, and well, Katzor also going to be left alone to die. So the final tally ends up being 3 dead, 20 to 10. It's still only a 2,000 net worth lead, but I feel like this could be the beginning of the end.
Well, they're doing a good job in keeping these lanes out. There's no creeps for them to take objectives with.
Yeah.
So they're going to smoke up, see what they're trying to accomplish with this one. No one has buyback, so it's just a Viper and an Omni Knight. I think this might actually be the first lane of Rax, though. I think without the anti-mage to 4-on-5 them right now. Oh, bottom lane though. Nisha finds the kill. This is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't sure where the Lich was.
Oh,
I was wondering why he wasn't up here.
They have a hook shot, and they hit it. They have another rocket flare very shortly as well. Gonna look for vision, but they don't see anybody, and Katsor gonna have to call off the charge now.
I feel like that was their moment to basically, commit for a set of racks. But unfortunately for them, they do lose their Lich in the bottom lane, and because of that, Viper doesn't have to worry about a potential, or they don't have to worry about a potential 5-on-4 with the Lich being picked off. Yeah, they're not going to risk it.
They're getting closer to AC. It's going to be another nice timing once the second Roshan comes around. You've got 40 seconds before it's possible that he respawns. And when that happens, you have yourselves a cheese. You can go up there with the Razor, with AC done. Things could start looking better as J4 maybe just going to Chain Frost the wave, or might just die if the AM wants to go on him. Doesn't look like they're going to try it, though. He has that nice combination, though. He has the Blink Uncontrollable Illusion. Didn't decide to take the Blink cooldown, but does have 15 agi. Jump forward mid lane. Razor is in trouble, and Force Staffed away. Still going to end up dying. The hook shot comes in. Alicia just evaporates. Kaiser is also going to end up dying, and Cats are dead, so they have another opening now. Buyback is only there for the Viper.
Yeah, unfortunately, Anti-Mage just buying time once again. He cuts the entire creep wave. They don't have a creep wave to work with now, so their best option is wait for Roshan.
Man, that is so frustrating.
This is just Anti-Mage thing.
Takes down the tower in the top lane. They gotta wait. It's a really short Roche respawn time. That was like almost instantaneous.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
Push out these lanes again. I think losing your tier 2s is pretty much inevitable at this point, but definitely don't want to lose your tier 3s.
Yeah.
Worst thing you can have happen to you is to expose your base to an anti-mage.
He'll take it very rapidly. And they actually don't even feel comfortable going in for Roshan yet. They want to try and wait on it, since the Viper's going to be back up shortly anyways. They see that Roche is done. You think Anti-Mage can do Roshan solo now that, like, Illusions can hit it, or no?
He can do it solo. I think you want to have some form of lifesteal, though. Otherwise, it's going to come very close, or you might find yourself in a really bad situation if you don't have lifesteal.
Okay.
He does have Butterfly now, though, so I guess it's a little easier. You just need Omni Knight to just stand there and purify you, I assume. But they're gonna smoke up. They feel like this is what they were waiting for to fight with the anti-mage.
Yep. Full Butterfly done. Buyback status, though, it's a little bit scary. They don't have it on anybody. You lose this fight in a bad way, game could just be over. Moving forward, Alicia, he's still invis. He scouts out everything. But no, the hook shot, it's onto J4. Is that going to be good enough? I don't know. The jump forward as well. They're going to try and take him down. Kaiser is also in trouble. They got the slow. They have enough damage to find the kill, trying to force that away, but Exotic Deer has him in his sights. A triple kill for the AM. 28 minutes in, and Bambo just trying to hide away to the side here. Still has that Shadow Blade working. But 3-3 in trouble. His ulti is about to wear off. They find him off to the side. They have nothing to break the TP, though.
Oh, Bambo gets caught out as well. Is he going to go down here? It's so close.
Woo! Cog's barely off the mark, but that's the win that they needed. And now Roshan time. Look at how quickly it falls, too.
Man, that was some great timing on Kinguin. And honestly, it's just great recognition, knowing that by having this battle, or this Butterfly on Anti-Mage is what they needed to win these fights.
Well, and I guess also, like, really lucky that the Invis rune was there for the Witch Doctor to pick up. He scouted out the entire HellRaisers team.
Yeah, that's a really good point, too. I'm really surprised that HellRaisers didn't preemptively drop a bunch of wards prior to that Roshan engagement.
Yeah. Like, even, I mean, obviously Sentry Wards, it's hard to blame them for that. There wasn't any, like, Invis heroes, but at least, like, Observer Wards to see vision around the pit. Like, there's no way he should have been able to get that free rune right there.
No, even if there's no Invis heroes, you should still have sentries around the area because you want to make sure that observers aren't watching you as you're doing it.
That's true. Okay, fair enough.
Bambo, let's be careful. There's a sentry ward in the mid lane. And now Basher completed for anti-mage.
That is the scary one.
Scarier.
Yeah, the Exotic Deer is going to really... he has what he needs now to carry this game. This is terrifying. Top lane, Chain Frost and Waves. But J4, does he get found? They see him. Oh, God. Yep, bye-bye.
I think J4 was a little... he felt really safe doing a play, making a play like that because he had Glimmer Cave, knowing, and he knew that Anti-Mage doesn't have detection, but one hook is all it takes.
Yeah.
Clockwork also has a gem now too, so vision is not going to be so great for HellRaisers in a moment. If he manages to get around the map and deward everything, they're going to be fighting into the dark.
Maybe a battle of Bruin. They Mana Void and blow up Milan.
Here's thy
That is the danger.
No,
So,
he's almost got...
are they going to try and go on this? You look over to the side here. They're trying to get the D ward, but they see them running underneath this the whole time. They jump forward. They blow up Bambo. Never stood a chance, and now 3-3 inside the pain train. They're getting body blocked by Alicia as well. The BK Bead ulti form Lycan. Body blocked by a Witch Doctor. Not every day you see that.
Oh man, this is where Anti-Mage is finished farming. He's online now. He's killing these supports and the Earthshaker so fast that in one second of stun, like the bash or anything else, they're just dead.
And now Repelled doesn't even need a BKB. This is the problem. It's a scary, scary hero. It's Seal Nether Toxin. It's going to at least be able to break the AM, so he won't have his passive available to him. But again, in a second, you're going to have Repel back up. No way to dispel it, no way to do anything. They force tap Nisha onto the high ground, but the tower is dead.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So tier 3 tower taken. They repel Exotic Deer again. He's going to walk forward. There's the Abyssal Blade reveal. And that should be a dead Razor. Maybe, possibly. He's actually living through it. But they're just going to focus over here onto these barracks. They get the lift now back onto the AM. Maybe in a little bit of trouble. Can they bring him down? Guardian Angel? Answer is no. They stole Guardian Angel, though.
Yeah, Razor is still actually very tanky, so it's actually pretty difficult to take him down. You need Maledict to kill the Razor, I think.
Well, Kinguin going to suffice to just move in and take down the tier 2 tower. There still is an Aegis on this AM, so they're pretty comfortable waiting it out until a little bit later. Only 50 seconds left on that Aegis.
Keep in mind, not all hope is lost for HellRaisers. They still have, ways to kill off the Anti-Mage, but I don't think they have enough to kill him twice. So, like you said, waiting out their Aegis is probably their best choice. You really have to find this. You really have to find this Omni Knight. This Omni Knight has Force Staff as well as Aghanim Scepter, so he's gonna be able to protect his Anti-Mage almost no matter what.
Milan almost has his Aghanims too. He actually is going to be able to buy it right now, selling off. Didn't see what he sold off, but it's pretty significant. He's got the Guardian Angel from anywhere on the map now. Any other good Ags this game? I guess Clockwork Hook, Witch Doctor Death Ward, although technically you shouldn't ever get that since you can just toggle the healing ward. Viper Strike, pretty cool.
Viper Strike is alright. It's just, I don't know if you have the mana pool to... maybe you do. He's pretty farmed.
By the way, Anti-Mage is sitting at 81 magical resistance right now. Let's see how much damage this Earthshaker does to him. Nothing. Katsor probably going to die here. They try and force staff him away and breaking the Lycan. Now they turn with the ulti. He needs to run away from him. They keep this Clockwork alive. Milan jumps forward for one final finish, but there's going to be the Guardian Angel to try and turn it back around. Can they take down this AM? He's still running away from him. Patos maybe in trouble. They get the 4 staff, still keeping him survivable. All
they
these
need to get out right
solutions.
now.
Yeah, this
they
is
used
terrifying.
everything.
All right, breaking AM. Now turning on to Kaiser. They chain Frost up there as well, trying to clear off the creep wave, but Kaiser left completely alone, and that's going to be the finish. Maybe more. Milan, TPs. We'll be able to get out of there. But a Clockwork for a Razor. Not the best trade in the world.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, 33. He's going for the back door.
Okay.
Try to take the range.
Oh,
The Glyph. They also have Guardian Angels still too, so...
Oh, the range Rax is so close. 11 HP.
That's frustrating. Ooh, almost broke
Almost got
that.
them honorable.
That would have been big. So, 25,000 net worth on this AM, and he doesn't get a whole lot weaker as he's building towards the AC next. Milan? Need to run away.
He could have stolen Blink, but he feels like Nether Toxin's a better ability, and I definitely agree with him here.
I mean, look at it. Match resistance, minus 14. That might actually give me the kill. Oh, the repel. Last second. Oh, man, that would have been huge. The Omni Knight, though, at the end of the day, saves them. God, Nether Toxin is such a good steal against AM.
It is insane. Did you see how much damage that Fade Bolt did?
Well, yeah, because he has the... It's not only just his spell shield, but also the Rubik,
null, yeah.
the null field aggressively.
All right, they're going for this. This
right.
Viper looks very dead, I think. Oh, you missed the Ginger, though.
Yeah, I missed the Nether Toxin also. 3-3 still trying to chase. They want a battle, but now he's in a lot of trouble. Exotic Deer still trying to chase him down. They get the Guardian Angel, tries to steal. Instead, it's going to be Battery Assault stolen as Katsor just dealing as much damage as they can in this fight. Kaiser, he's stealing damage from Exotic Deer, but to get the lift away, Rubik had stolen Death Ward with Aghanim Scepter upgraded, but it's not enough, and now Exotic Deer has finally found him. Great fissure to block it off. That keeps Milan alive for now. And he does have Nether Toxin again. So somehow, some way, they keep them back after taking the first lane of barracks.
Yeah, but it came at a huge cost. I think this
Yeah.
is actually where the game might be over soon. I mean, that was... Sure, they held the base, but they held it after, you know... Can you really say they held it when they lost the racks? And not only that, they didn't get anything in return.
Yeah.
With 2 buybacks committed. This Omni Knight has A on disc, so even if they try to go on Omni Knight, they can't even, you know, burst him down because of this this item.
What a frustrating hero.
So I think we might be
Oh,
seeing the
no.
end of HellRaisers. They didn't commit much, but
Yeah.
this Nether Toxin is
Dire's bottom
doing so much work, though.
Aeon Disc is actually such a good item for the Omni Knight. I was thinking like Silencer is another one where I think it's really good on him. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
basically any hero that just needs to hit one button,
Dire's bottom
right?
tower
And
has
picking up that Aeon Disc is like 100% you're gonna get that button.
It's like Kraken Shell,
Radiant are
but
scared.
Yeah.
better.
Well, I don't know about better.
What do you mean? It's great.
Kraken Shell has no cooldown.
I guess
Just
that's true.
reduces damage and keeps proccing after a specific amount of health or damage.
All right, it's like Ghetto Kraken Shell. All right, bottom
He's
lane.
gonna go for a refresher next too. I wonder if we'll see that in play.
Oh, it'll refresh your Aeon Disc. Oh man, value. Yeah, this is feeling like a tough one. 12,000 net worth lead. There does become a point in the game where AM kind of falls off. How far away are we from that? Do you think?
Really far away.
Okay.
Yeah, the point where AM is, weaker than the Lycan and Razor, it's pretty far away. We're talking about like another 20 minutes of farming for them if they want to catch up, and that's like talking about if they did nothing but farming, which clearly isn't going to happen. So.
Oh, they do have good vision here, though. Nisha. Ooh, they get the blink away. They get the breakdown. Is it going to be enough damage, though? They're standing in the break. It's a good stun. Where's the follow-up damage? It's not there. Exotic Deer is repelled, so it's not going to matter.
280 damage. I mean, if you're going to fight, this is it.
Maybe they can make it happen. Echo slam down on it, too. They completely dismantle them. Nisha's going to go down. They also take down the Clockwork. So 3 die, but they do eventually lose that Razor. Okay, and the path to Roshan is clear.
Keep in mind, they don't have anything left. They don't have anything left, and Anti-Mage is still alive. So
yeah,
it's definitely not a free Roshan.
Milan, I feel like, is the key to the victory in this one. If he is able to get a breakdown onto AM and Bambo can combo it, like that's the way that they need to win this. Because it's actually ridiculous how good this no field works in combination with the Nether Toxin.
Yeah. Completely removes all of his magic resistance, and then, in fact, it makes him take more magic damage at the end, I think? Or is it like close to 0%? I think
no, it was negative 14% was what it got
negative
to.
14.
Yeah, because he's got the 22 magic resistance reduction. I was wondering if he could have gone for the plus 5% no field. It might have been worth it this game. All right, they're walking in again. It's so tough still. You need to be able to find the Omni Knight in this as well, and that's where things get really tough. They're walking forward. They have the repel already down. It's going to wear off very shortly. The Chain Frost starting to bounce back and forth. Exotic Deer, he jumps out of it, though. They don't have him. That should end up being the turnaround. They get the Nether Toxin down yet again. They break up, but the BKB comes out. And now Exotic Deer in a lot of trouble. Is he run low by 3-3?
They're trying to kill
Aegis is almost there. They might be able to actually get this one. Patos picks up the Aegis, though. The Refresher Orb, they end up using it. No, they keep it back over onto Lycan. But I think this might be about the end of it at all. Milan tried to turn it with his ulti, but not going to be enough. So 3 are dead. They have buyback only on the Rubik. The Lycan did drop the Refresher Shard, though. So they'll have this for somebody. Who do they want to give that to? Probably Bambo?
Yeah, I think you give it to the Earthshaker. Alright, he has it.
Alright, big combo. Big combo time. Let's see it. Milan steals Blink.
I don't think this is happening.
Now he steals Nether Toxin. Drops it down. Echo Slam the combo. He's got it twice over. They take him down. Oh my god, they made it work. Are you kidding me? They needed it perfect and they made it happen. Steven. How much damage did they take from that?
Purified.
A lot.
I want to see if I can find the combat log.
Bambo did 4,300 damage in that fight.
Oh my god.
That was quite the play to watch. Unfortunately, as it currently stands, it's still like a really, really uphill battle they have ahead of them. You know, you kill the anti-mage, sure, but he's got buyback, and it took a refresher shard for you to pull that off.
I mean, I think that they might have been able to do it without the refresher shard. Like, you see, the anti-mage brought down to like half HP.
That's actually true, though. I definitely agree with that. But still, same thing. He's about to finish his Lincolns, and then he's got the BKB now as well. So he's got BKB, he's got Repel. It's gonna take a miracle for them to make this work.
They might be able to force a buyback, or they might be able to take the lane of barracks.
They're splitting up right now. So Lycan's up top. Rest of them in the mid lane.
They don't want to buy back on the AM. It's 10 seconds left before he's here.
I mean, the thing is...
Lift? Okay, good force.
The thing is, losing this Rax is not a big deal. Losing one Rax is perfectly fine. You have an anti-mage, so dealing with the upgraded creeps is kind of whatever. Saving the buyback on the anti-mage is a lot more important, especially since he's trying to finish his Lincolns as well.
Right. Man, that was crazy. That was like the hypest moment we've had this whole series.
It was really interesting to watch. This Rubik pick is actually really strong in my opinion. Like, even without the Nether Toxin, I think the Rubik alone is actually extremely strong in terms of offensive capability now.
Yeah. That was nuts.
Maybe this is the anti-mage counter. Like, instead of having to deal, or like instead of risking it not having the Viper, you know, you just pick Rubik and Viper together.
There you go.
And there's your anti-mage. Yeah.
I still can't get over it. Well, 30 to 23. It's 10,000 net worth lead. They've shown that they have an answer, and I think that Kinguin is a little bit shocked at how that last series of events unfolded. And in the mid lane, they're trying to push out these creep waves. Any other talents that are coming up that are pretty significant? Razor got his 25 attack speed plus armor. 100 attack speed is pretty significant.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. Definitely helps his ability to carry in these team fights, and I think Lycan. Oh, actually, no, they changed the Lycan one. Never mind. I was confusing the old 25 Lycan. I think it was like a way more significant shapeshift duration versus the 8 seconds at 20. But I mean, 600 Howl is pretty damn good. It's like a 600 heal in a team fight. It's like you have a Chen on your team.
Well, it's plus 600 too, so it's already gonna be 200. So it's like 800 heal, and then at nighttime it's 1600 heal.
Oh, that's true. I think you're right. I think you're right about that.
That's insane.
Anything else? What is Rubik 25?
He gets
75% spell amp for stolen spells.
Yeah.
That makes your turtle ability with Nether Toxin so insane.
You think you take that over the telekinesis cooldown? It's down to a 7-second?
I think so. Right now they're so reliant on Nether Toxin. I think this spell amp is a little better, especially since they still need more damage too.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine stealing? And actually, no, the upgraded purification doesn't work. So I guess purification's not as big. It's still pretty big though. It makes it so that the purification is like
what, like 500?
Over 500.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Question mark.
No, I just realized Witch Doctor still has the same items from 25 minutes ago. He's holding on to 3,000 gold.
What is he doing?
Saving for something. I think Force Staff is pretty good. Or actually, either that or he just like commits to either that or he commits to buffing his anti-mage. You know, you can get you can buy Glimmer Cape, or you can buy Solar Crest, or you can
maybe he'll buy his
buy
anti-mage
Vlad's.
and Moon Shard.
That would be pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. That would make him the most sacrificial support in the world.
Well, you said that we needed about 20 more minutes before anti-mage was going to start falling off. How close are we now on that countdown timer?
A little closer. I still don't think we're that close. Lycan is still working towards MKB, and he's not even close. And he wants to save for buyback. Same with Razor. Razor is trying to finish Sheepstick, but he needs buyback. We're still like way off.
Bambo doesn't have a TP.
Yeah, but he's near the secret shop. Sure, it's fine.
What are they doing? Why did they bring the courier out here? Oh, they're
he's
scouting.
Yeah, he's got a gem, so he's trying to find wards.
Got it. That makes sense. I was confused there. Well, 12,000 net worth lead, 30 to 23, but Kinguin, after getting punched on the chin, are feeling a little bit more cautious. Roshan still possible to respawn in about 2.5 minutes. And something tells me that they're going to be waiting for that, so more time for HellRaisers to try and catch back up. And if you can do a sheep stick on the Kaiser here, this could start to become a little bit more of a problem.
I don't actually think the sheep stick is going to. It's a good item, but I don't think that's actually what they need.
Okay.
I think they actually need more damage on the Razor. Right now, they don't need a way to catch. They need a way to kill.
I mean, he does have the static links, damage steal, and an attack speed talent. So, like, with lockdown kind of becomes damage, doesn't it? Or you think you need something like a Daedalus?
It's so hard to say. I feel like Butterfly would be pretty good too.
Okay.
Because no one has an MKB, and Anti-Mage doesn't want to give up a slot for it either.
Whoa, Rubik is going for an E-Blade. He's almost got it. This Rubik is so farmed.
Yeah, it's because he keeps stealing Nether Toxin. Nether
Yeah, it
Toxin
doesn't
does
have
so
that
much
right
damage. Trying to bait an illusion, clearly not going to be the case here.
And he'd really love to be able to steal Nether Toxin again, but I think it might even be worth it for Viper to just, like, start casting Viper Strike. You know what I mean?
It's pretty hard to stop a Rubik from stealing your Nether Toxin, because Nether Toxin is such a good spell, right? You can't not use it, and it's on a 5-second cooldown, so he's gonna have it eventually, especially since there's a Scepter on him as well.
Yeah, that steal range. Oh, Milan. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. Look at him. He's just standing there, daring him to come at him.
Yeah, I think he wants the E-Blade to protect anyone that Anti-Mage goes on as well. Won't come through, he's gonna get a bit of damage.
Force them all back. And again, we're waiting. Holding out.
Oh,
Bambo?
the wolves! They almost killed the courier trying to spot Roshan.
What is Bambo doing?
He's trying to kill the courier.
Oh.
What a Bambo thing to do.
He's
He'll
crazy.
make it out though.
Yeah, hook shot.
Almost has a BKB.
Well, level 19 on the Witch Doctor. He's invested into a Ghost Scepter now. He has that 120 GPM talent, so we'll start to be able to accelerate into some real farm for himself. Any other talents that are sticking out to you as vitally important? I guess the Lich is about to get into his 120 GPM. Do you think this game ends up lasting a lot longer?
That one's kind of hard to say. I feel like for Kinguin, if they take a good fight, the game's just over instantly.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, looking at how cautiously they're playing right now, I definitely wouldn't be surprised.
Aeon Disc.
Echo comes out, and Aeon Disc is
All right.
Was the Echo missed? I'm so confused.
No, maybe it might have been. I'm not sure.
It must have missed because Aeon Disc is not even on cooldown, so it means that he wasn't even close to dying.
Yeah. Okay, well, that happened. But they did get a Guardian Angel out of it.
No, they just have Repel.
Didn't
Which
he
is
use
still really
Guardian
good.
Angel? No, he used Guardian Angel. Patos did.
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the Rubik stealing.
No. Alright. Well, Kaiser is going to steal some damage, speaking of stealing things. 218 stolen. But Roshan is back up, and it might be time to go in there. He's got himself the Refresher Shard as well. Rubik steals another Toxin. Sheepstick is done. Time to party.
Is this the moment they were waiting for?
It might be. I can't believe they've been able to hold it out this long. Again, it all comes back to that Bambo play with the Rubik. Milan has been playing out of his mind this game.
No, I definitely agree with you there. That I think I definitely underestimated how significant that play was. It definitely bought them enough time to just buy even more time.
It bought them time to buy more time.
Yeah, at some point, Anti-Mage is gonna have a hard time fighting up against this Lycan. Like Lycan is actually a pretty insane hero if he's 6-slotted in the late game.
And that Howl duration, or Howl bonus HP, is going to be kind of important as well. We still have this illusion in there, it's hitting away on things. They get a D-ward also, Bambo. Getting the deny on the illusion rune. Kinguin, not feeling comfortable walking into the pit.
This bottom lane, though, needs to be addressed. These catapults, are they gonna make it? They are dead.
Viper has hit 25. He ended up going for the 120 damage instead of Nether Toxin silences. Interesting.
Well, he does a pretty good amount of damage now as well.
Oh, they have this wolf in there. They're not scouting. How do you not put a ward down? They realize that this is happening. They're moving in. Now they realize Refresh Orb is done for the Omni Knight. They jump forward. They're going to be able to separate him over to the side here. Oh, Kekor, he's still living, but they've already lost the Lich. Not the biggest thing in the world, but maybe if they end up losing the Earthshaker, that is a much bigger deal. Double Guardian Angel, and the buyback is coming from the Earthshaker. They're going to buy back on the Razor here as well, I'm assuming? Maybe not. Maybe they hold on to it for now.
It's so hard to fight into 2 Guardian Angels.
Rubik does have
They
Blink.
might have one more chance.
He's thinking about trying to go in to steal this stuff. He has double things down, walking forward. Blink jumps in. Does he steal it? No, he doesn't get
didn't steal
anything. Oh no, but he does get away.
That was a good attempt.
Yeah, he lives through it all. Buyback status, like we were talking about, still pretty okay. They've got the Razor and the Lich, but now a path to victory. They have Refresher Shard on Omni Knight, so he can pop this again if he needs another Guardian Angel. Anything else? Who has Aegis? They have Aegis on AM. Buying back on Razor now. Playing from 39,000 net worth behind, and Rubik able to steal Nether Toxin, drops it down. There's the break, the Echo again! They made it work! He's almost dead. The AM is going to live through it, though, and that was their whole assortment used on the Aegis before it's even done, but the Clockwork ends up falling, and now Exotic Deer brought down low again. He's going to pop his BKB and blink away, but 3-3 is on the hunt. They get the Abyssal Blade to turn around. 3-3 still trying to take him down. He's going to get the blink off to the side. He needs one more, and there it is. Now, can they kill him a second time? I don't think so. Bambo's looking for the opening. The Nether Toxin is there again. Exotic Deer is going to drop. The Sheepstick works, and he falls. A huge win and a huge hold from HellRaisers, and they still have one more barracks.
Well, we were in this position earlier on. I still feel like we're in that exact same position. Sure, they managed to not lose the game, but that's all they get out of it, right? There's no forced buybacks. There's no objective taken with it. They're just stalling and hoping for a miracle still. So Kinguin, they're going to regroup. They're going to do this again. They might even consider all-inning to some extent so that they get the mega creeps.
Well,
this is rough.
I mean, Rubik got so much gold in that he bought a second Sheepstick now. So they have 2 Sheepsticks on their team.
Rubik is catching up with the cores in terms of farm because of how often he has Nether Toxin.
It's insane. And Lycan going for a Nullifier? I mean, you say that they're not able to force that much, but they're moving down the mid lane, and Anti-Mage is still dead for 35 seconds. He probably doesn't buy back here, but maybe they get another lane of barracks?
If they initiate properly, they'll probably buy back.
Kaiser has a DD. Starting to take it down. There's the lift onto the Rubik. It's going to be a far pull, and Witch Doctor is gone. This is another lane of barracks. Still 7 seconds before the AM, but they're going to need to back out now. There's still a tier 2 alive down the bottom lane.
This is very similar to the earlier Silverback that they gave up. They realize, it's not a big deal if we lose another Silverbacks because we're, these lanes are pretty much covered. We only have one more to deal with. It's better to just not risk it. Leave the last lane of racks because there's still a tier 2 up, and just finish the game strong. If it really, really comes down to it, then they'll still have buybacks for the future engagements.
Do you think they would be able to win a fight if Rubik doesn't have Nether Toxin?
I think Nether Toxin is actually a very significant part of their team fight. Okay,
so do you think that it might be worth it instead, as Milan able to dodge away from the hookshot, just to not cast it anymore for the Viper? Like, it feels like they can push the creep waves out without Nether Toxin, right? Like,
that's so hard to say. Nether Toxin is so good.
But you understand what I mean, right? Like, it's so good and you're giving it to the enemy team.
But look at how much it does for you. You can break Feral Impulse. You can break Aftershock on Earthshaker, so his initiation just is non-existent. If he steps in Nether Toxin, he doesn't stun lock anything, and then you can break Unstable Current. You can break Null Field. Nether Toxin is just too good to not cast. I think you have to deal with the fact that Rubik will have this spell, and not to mention he still has it too.
Yeah. Oh, Exotic Deer. This is a dangerous game. They realize that Patos is over here. They're looking for him in the trees, and they found him. He does have that Aeon Disc still. He gets it off, but the Hex, they have the strong Dispel. It's not going to be able to work onto him, but they have the Cheap Stick now as well. Onto that Lycan. He's getting brought down low, and he is going to eventually fall. No buyback on the Lycan for 90 seconds. This might be the time to finally finish this game off. But is it too scary to walk up high ground against this? Sheep Stick onto the AM. And my bad is the call from 3-3. This might finally be too much. One last lane of barracks. Bambo walking forward. They're waiting for the repel to wear off, but they get the Sheep Stick onto Bambo, and that's going to stop it. Okay. The lift back again. They've got the pull. They're able to bring the Viper onto the wrong side of this. He's hexed. They force out a Guardian Angel. Not a bad start. Hook shot off the mark. Milan left alone. He's going to die. He does have buyback. Uses it immediately. He won't have Nether Toxin when he comes back up, though. Tries to steal us from the Witch Doctor. He steals the Death Ward instead. The Death Ward turn against his own team. That's going to be a dead Witch Doctor, but it's not enough damage. Is K-Core going to end up dying? He's brought down very low. 2 are dead apiece, but Bambo is dead for 2 minutes. Now Rubik's stealing Blink. He's trying to do his best. They force snap him away, but they finally caught Milan. Ghost Scepter, Blink away. I don't think they have enough damage, though. They buy back on the Lich. They buy back on the Witch Doctor. The Ancient is turned upon, and GG is going to be called as finally Kinguin are going to take game number 2, pushing them to a 2-0 lead.
That was quite the game.
Yeah.
Definitely went on for much longer than I anticipated. Dude, Exotic Deer is actually so good at anti-mage. I think he single-handedly won this game in the mid-game, because HellRaisers were doing a really good job in putting on the pressure and threatening high ground. And he was there time and time again to cut the waves so that they never had that opportunity, and bought himself enough time and the rest of his team enough time to pick up all these items that made it pretty much almost impossible for HellRaisers to fight into. Like, there's already, ever since the Diffusal Blade got nerfed, Omni Knight just destroys these physical right clickers. So Razor and Lycan basically had no chance against this Omni Knight build, where he had the Aghanim Scepter, Aeon Disc, Guardian Angel, right? Yeah. And then to top it all off, eventually he finished off the Refresher as well.
I feel like there was always these moments where HellRaisers could have taken it, but they just didn't quite finish it off in the way that they needed to. Probably also the change where I thought that, like, with the double Sheep Stick, they could have taken down the Omni Knight with the, like, because the Purge wouldn't have worked then, right? It's not, he wouldn't be able to get off his ability because it's only a strong dispel, and you can't dispel Purge or Hex anymore, but it didn't work. Going into game number 3 now, up 2-0. HellRaisers, do you think they have what it takes to pull it back and do a reverse sweep? We had one earlier today where Fnatic were able to take down Mineski. Do you think it can happen again?
It can always happen, especially with how these teams are playing. I mean, HellRaisers are on the verge of being able to win, but unfortunately, Kinguin are just that one step ahead of them. If they can kind of discuss amongst themselves and figure out like what they need to, make that final push to win these games, I mean, I can definitely see it happening. But right now, it's looking tough. You're down 2 games, and Kinguin are not really showing any signs of weakness.
Yeah. Well, game number 3 right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to to a quick break, and then we'll be back and finish off the series, potentially, or start the beginning of a comeback series in game number 3, HellRaisers versus Kinguin. Winner goes to LA in the Summit 8. See you guys in a few.